having a banana first thing in the morning and going outside to sweep outside the gate where the kids play, where I used to play, and watching this resilient flower that grows in between rocks or in the most peculiar of places and still becomes that beautiful. Watching the sky, look how beautiful and vivid it is, even with my camera that doesn't have the best quality. Watching these trees that I grew up climbing and using their shade for. The one on the right used to be bigger too. And going back to sweeping, and it might seem really mundane and just normal, but it is so wholesome to me and so grounding, because it's like I wake up early in the morning to listen to the birds and to soak in the love that I am receiving, that I've always received at home, that I ran away from as a child. Just started off being deep, but I mentioned on TikTok, if you follow me on TikTok you already know this, that I moved back home to Zimbabwe, and I'm going to show you what I've been getting up to since I got there. Hello, my name is Miss Lonnie. Welcome. Now, I did mention on TikTok that I ran into some problems with my memory card, so there's a lot of footage that got lost along the way. My move here, for example, was lost, and it's something that I will just tell as a story. I don't have the footage anymore, but there are things that I will be able to recreate, or rather relive, and perhaps I will have enough space to capture it and then show it to you. Right outside, I was talking about the resilience of this plant. Can you see where it grew there? It's in between a wall and like a concrete floor or something. So like, when I grow up, I want to be like that plant, resilient and thriving in the hardest of places. Anyway, back in the house, it was time for me to cook. I normally cook in the morning to try and chase after the electricity, or rather get ahead of the electricity, because there's no schedule in Bulawayo, or at least in my township there's no schedule, so it just goes on and off at any time at all. And over there I was eating some sugar cane. My teeth will not allow me to eat a full one, but it is so delicious and it just really reminds me of my childhood, so I love at least having a little chomp of it. Anyway, back to the okra. I was actually cooking okra here for the first time. This is a learning process actually. In the dish, I was supposed to wash the okra, and then I chopped off the stuff at the end, in the beginning, the ends, yeah, whatever. And then I was still eating the sugar cane. Here I was busy with it instead of actually chopping. Look at the little piece that was left. I was working on and on into the sugar cane. Anyway, I got back to chopping the okra. After chopping the ends off, the next step was to slice it. While I was chopping, I realized there were a few instructions that I was missing, so I went and asked Gogo, and she told me that I'm supposed to be boiling the water while I am chopping the okra. So I fetched a pot, poured it in the water, and I put that on the stove. So that particular pot had cooked some pap the previous night, and while I was washing it, I got that pap out of it. And what I love about home is that absolutely nothing goes to waste, because that pap dries and then it's chopped up into small pieces, and my uncle who lives in the village fetches all of that every time he comes here to go and feed the chickens. How beautiful is that? After a little while back in the house, the water was now boiling, and I added some soda as Gogo had instructed me. She said a little bit, but I felt like that was not enough, so I added a little bit more. And then I started adding the okra in. Granny said I'm supposed to add everything in there, so I added the okra, and I added the tomatoes, and I added the chili that actually came with the okra. And I must say that it actually makes it all that much better. Like, the taste, So yeah, that's what I did. Now, when it brings to the boil, it becomes pretty bubbly. Okay, I think I'm supposed to call that bubbles in English. Angas, amagwebo ngesindebele or igwebo. Anyway, so Granny said I'm supposed to have a cup right next to me and a spoon to sort of scoop that out as it gets up. It was pretty overwhelming, so I kept lifting the pot to control it a little bit because I thought it was going to spill over. Anyway, I continued doing that for a while until there were bubbles no more. It took a bit. Learning how to cook okra was in my agenda for days, but my uncle was there and he loves meat, so he kept blocking it, like not intentionally, but he would have plans to have some meat and I would be planning to cook okra, and then I would have to put that on hold. So on this day, since I cooked it in the morning while he was still sleeping, I thought, let me make this fish matemba, kapenta. That's what they're called in my country, for him, so that he can have both okra and some meat, sort of. It is meat, right? I think it counts as meat. So the fish doesn't take too long to get ready. So when it's browned, I put it on the side and I added some oil into a pan. I added some onion, fried that, and I also added some tomatoes. So I closed the lid up to let the tomatoes get ready quicker, and while I was doing that, I continued to get the little bit of bubbles that were left. Granny said I should carry on even if they are not going all the way up to the pot like they did in the beginning. And then I took a break from that and I went and continued frying the tomato again, and then I added the fish back into the pan. The next step was to mix it all together like that and add a little bit of water and just let it simmer for a little bit, and because it was for one person, that it was gonna be ready just like that. So I realized at some point that I had forgotten to add salt in the okra, so I was adding some salt here and then I started stirring it, and just like that, both of my shibos were almost ready. So at some point I took a break and I went and washed my hair, because I'm sure you saw in the morning when I was eating sugarcane how crazy my hair was. So I washed my hair, but I did not film that. And yeah, the bathroom at home is not a place where I can just easily film. I will show you next time I go there. I'm not there right now, but I washed my hair and I got dressed. I put on a pretty dress and I went to the shops to buy some eggs. And when I came back, there was just so much going on in the kitchen, so much going on with the family, and I did not vlog during that time up until I was seated outside and eating my food. And I was so hungry at that time, I didn't really film at all as well, like while I was eating. Okay, there we go. Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been such a long time, like I don't even know what to say, but I think I'm back. So much has been happening. I don't know. Oh, Gogo is talking in the house, but so much has happened, like I am in my granny's house. I'm sure you may have picked up from the background and the things that I'm doing. I'm still gonna go into detail about my move and things that happened in between on TikTok. I don't know when you guys are going to see this, because geez, I don't have space on my phone and I do have to navigate through stuff that I have to do on TikTok. You want to say something? Oh, that I have to do on TikTok. I have to edit and whatever, and just try to get back without waiting to have space or whatever, because my memory card crashed a few days ago and now I just have to do some navigation. I don't even know how I'm going to do it, so I don't know when you guys are going to see this, but I will go into detail about the things that I have done since the last time that I posted on TikTok specifically. Then here, piece by piece, I will be sharing this and that with you, and maybe I will share context here and there, but you should definitely follow me on TikTok if you want all the details. Now, I was trying to show you guys like a day in the life or something. I don't really have a typical day in the life yet because I'm still settling in and I still bounce back between Zimbabwe and South Africa. So I spent it cooking. I didn't show you guys that I washed my hair, but I looked pretty rough in the morning, so I'm sure you can tell. The fro says hi. I'm sure it's sparkling as well in the sun. But yeah, I'm not gonna go into too much detail. You guys know that when I start talking, I can't stop. So I'm just gonna leave it here so that I can save space and also I can vlog up to a point to see if I can give you like a couple of days in my life or a day in my life or whatever the case is. Jeez, I've been talking for a long time. Okay, I hope you enjoy the vlog. Oh. There's Gogo. Say hi to Gogo. Gogo, say hi to my friends on YouTube.
Hello.
So like I just recorded a whole heartfelt message. Like it was bubbly. I called you Lannykins and I called you my beautiful friends and I just did a whole lot of things. And I was recording the window instead and my voice. So this is very embarrassing. But hello, friends. This is Editing Lani. So while I was editing, I realized that I vlogged 2 days in a row, thinking that I did not have enough footage for one vlog, right? But now I'm realizing that it's a lot of footage and it's probably going to be like a 25, 35 minute long vlog. And I think let's cap it over here. Keep this day separate from the next one. And then you can enjoy this while I edit the next one. And then next week you can enjoy the next one. So I hope that you agree with me on this one, and I also hope you enjoyed the vlog. I do understand that it's a little bit different because I was not talking to you a lot. I don't know, you can't tell in the video, but I was really overwhelmed. I'm not used to taking care of a lot of people and cooking a lot and just working under pressure and just like doing all those things, but it was very fulfilling and I really enjoyed it. So I hope that you enjoy watching the video as well and that you look forward to the next one. I appreciate you. Keep your post notifications on so that you'll get notified when the next one comes up. I appreciate you being here. You're clearly a Lannykin because you love all things Lani. If you're here, you love all things Lani. Appreciate you. From the moon and back. I don't think if there was a trip to the moon I would go, but let's just, yeah. Okay, bye.